So I'm here with John Gallagher of Dying Fetus. How are you, my friend?
Hey, what's up, man? I'm doing well, doing well. I'm here at the Dying Fetus rehearsal room here. Just got done, we just got done rehearsing in preparation for this tour. We're coming over to Europe. We're leaving on Sunday. Got a new album coming out soon and songs and singles out. So yeah, we're doing good, excited.
It sounds like you've got a hell of a summer planned, and obviously make them beg for death. Jesus Christ, you guys went hard
Uh,
on that.
yeah, right, right. That's what it's about, man. Like, it's kind of like we want to bring out that old school uncomfortable feeling a little bit, like that, like pushing the envelope a little bit and just, making it as intense and extreme as we can. And because that's what I feel like death metal, should instill some kind of, brutality and, darkness and just ugly, just to be ugly. We're not trying to be a cute band. We're not trying to have like a cute little front man dancing around or anything like this. We're just an ugly band doing it, the way we feel like we should and keeping it true to ourselves. And
Absolutely. But most importantly, real. I think, from what you've just said there, like there's no bullshit. There's no.
that's, yeah. There's no real shtick here or anything like that. And we're just really concentrating on the music and the sound. And so we just do what we do. And that's it, man. Anyone that's known us for a while knows that. And we're not going to throw too many like curveballs or anything like that.
The thing is, though, I feel like, like you said, you're not going to throw too many curveballs, but I feel like with every release, it tightens up just that little bit more, and you're even more laser focused.
Yeah, because this is our job, this is our career, this is what we live for, so to speak. So we take it very seriously. Like everyone involved, our management, our record label, the guys that we work with in the studio, everybody is putting in 100%.
What are some of the themes that are explored on Make Them Beg for Death? Is it kind of like different ways of dispatching people and things like that? What's the vibe?
Yeah, more or less. Like we have like undulating carnage. That's about vehicular homicide, and we have when the trend ends. That's about trends coming and going, fads here and there, people following the trends. As soon as something's hot, everybody wants to jump on it. You know, um, we have throw them in the van, which is a really short, intense grindcore song. Um, Maybe reminiscent of like pissing in the mainstream and kill your mother, rape your dog. That's about a serial killer basically abducting people, throwing them in the van. You know, it's a brutal song, but still somehow it's lighthearted. That's something we try to do with this. It's like, yes, we have brutal song topics and what have you and lyrics, but it's still this underlying kind of fun, fun kind of vibe that we try to put into the music and stuff. And I think we kind of achieved that on this one. Then we have Compulsion for Cruelty. That's another kind of serial killer, brutal themed song. So nothing really out the box. We have Raised in Victory, Raised in Defeat. That's like our war song.
Okay.
Uh, so, not trying to reinvent the wheel. You know, it's more or less just working with, topics that work and fit with the band. Maybe the next album we'll write a song about the AI stuff going on. I was thinking about that,
Oh,
like,
cool.
just we try to put in some like current stuff, but generally it's the brutal stuff, the retribution style that seems to go over the best. And basically with this album, I feel like the songs are a little more shorter in general. Like we have a couple songs that like Feast of Ashes is a bit long. Uh, but then, we have a lot of songs that are like around the 4 minute, 4.5 minute
Mhm.
kind of vibe. Just not to make it like 25, 30 riffs crammed into one song, so a little more continuity, a little more flow.
Yeah. I also love, I guess the best way I can describe it is like whenever you watch a good horror movie, you're going to be in for a good slasher, but you're still going to turn up to the cinema and, like,
Right, right,
anyway,
right,
right?
right. That's a good way to say it. Cause like, yeah, it's like everyone knows a horror movie. Okay, there's going to be a bit of redundancy, predictable, you know, nature and stuff. Like people are going to get killed. But yeah, if you're into that kind of thing, then you're going to watch it. And I mean, it's just like that's what you like. That's what you're into. So with the death metal album, you're going to get growling, you're going to get blast beats, you're going to get mosh beats or slams and this and that. And but yeah, that's what people want. So we're just giving them what they want.
Absolutely, man. What about the album's artwork? It kind of reminded me of that sort of like video nasty kind of vibe, that sort of like classic horror movie type thing.
Yeah, 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 absolutely, man. That's what we're going for. Like just an agonizing depiction of just someone wanting to die. They're in such agony that they just want to be cut loose. But yeah, one thing we wanted with the cover was a bit of a realness. It kind of ties into the feel of the vibe of the album. You know, so yeah, we're happy with it. And we didn't want like a cartoon. We didn't want a painting. We wanted a real person's face. So there's some a bit more realness with that, right? As opposed to like a cartoon character.
Yeah.
Like these guys over here or something like that. But anyway,
I really do think this is a career level high. And also the production sounds fantastic. I think you worked with Mark Lewis for the first time. Is that right?
yeah, this was something a little different. We've been working with, excuse me, the same guy, Steve Wright, for a while now, and we wanted to have a little, we still wanted to use him because we've developed a bit of chemistry with him, and we had 3 days off 2 years ago in Philadelphia. So we did that one shot, one kill song. It was like, we redid it. It's basically just something to do to kill the time because our tour manager at the time, he was able to get us free recording time at Milk Boy Studios or whatever. So anyway, point about this is that we tried something different, and I mean everybody, it was that song was just like an experimental thing, but point is everybody online hated it. It didn't sound that fucking good, to be honest, right? It was like, this is not what we're going for. So we're like, all right. And a big part of that was like that guy that recorded that song didn't know how to, pull out, the energy, like pull out the lyrics, the vocals out of us. There's that's part of the job of the producer is to pull that out of you. And like, Steve knows what we're capable of and our potential and stuff. So it was like, all right, let's not really try to. I don't want to like fuck with something that's not broken. And so anyway, as far as the tracking and the vocal recording, I like having Steve Wright involved. You know, and but as far as the mixing and mastering, then it's like, maybe get someone else so it doesn't have the same identical tone each album. So that's kind of what went down with that. And you get so wrapped up in everything at the moment, like you almost get like oblivious and just like burnt out, like in the studio, and you almost have to step away for a while and then come back and then with fresh ears and be like, oh, what does this shit sound like? Oh, and now like listen to it. I mean, I just think, you know, maybe it's just my preference, but maybe the guitars could be like 2 decibels, you know, 2 dB higher, or maybe 1 decibel. But that's like my only kind of complaint. But yeah, that's just me.